Hello, everybody. Hope we're all doing well. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the channel. I am your host, King of Fluff. And what are we doing today?
Hello, everybody.
Nope. I literally just heard myself speak because I have myself pulled up for a second monitor. Stream fail! It's okay. It's fine. I'm not worried about it. We're not professionals at this. We've never claimed to be. Anyway, welcome to the stream. Welcome to the channel. I am your host, King of Fluff. You won't be seeing this face a lot today. I'm gonna be kind of in the background a little bit more today. You're gonna hear me, but you're not gonna see me. What are we doing today? Well, what we are doing today is we are going to be playing through a game that is beloved by a lot of people. And I mean a lot of people. And that is Final Fantasy XIV. And it is a very much a beloved game for a lot of people. I have a great friend of mine who is obsessed with it. And loves it dearly. So, in honor of that, and in honor of the Switch 2 getting the game, we are going to be doing that. So, really, to be honest, we are new to the game. We are extremely new to the game. We are hopping into this pretty much blind. So with that in mind, and as much love that this game gets, I want this to be respectful to the people that love the game, and I also want to be respectful to the people who would watch. So, what we are gonna do is I'm going to set up some ground rules. Rule number 1. Please don't spoil anything story-related to the game. As this is a blind playthrough, as this is me starting something completely fresh, I don't want the story spoiled. Unless I ask for more details from you, the viewer. Rule number 2, that coincides with rule number 1. Unless I specifically am stumped at something, or something doesn't make sense, I will ask for advice. That is when you get to give me advice on functions of the game, or gameplay for the game. Please, please, please do not backseat. I will not be very brutal about banning you, but I will be watching for it. I will be watching for it if you give me unsolicited advice when I am not asking for it, or if you spoil something that is upcoming, I will be a little bit unhappy. Please don't do that. Please control yourselves as I learn this game. Okay? This is not meaning... I am not trying to be mean about this. I am trying to be receptive and making this a fun experience for everybody. As that pertains, this is going to be a main sequence playthrough and a job playthrough. Meaning, we're going to focus on our job and focus on the MSQ. I know those things because my friend has said that. That's where we're at with that. But that is what we are going to do with this stream. Now, I am going to completely switch gears, and we are going to go to the game itself after a quick little break. I'll see you in a second.
Hydaelyn. A vibrant planet blessed by the light of the crystal. Amid azure seas, encompassing the westernmost of the 3 great continents, there lies a realm embraced by gods and forged by heroes. Her name, Eorzea. The annals of Eorzean history chart the rise of a succession of great civilizations, each one enjoying an age of peace, the Astral Eras. To date, all have proven ephemeral. In the year 1572 of the 6th and most recent Astral Era, the Northern Empire of Garlemald amassed a great army at the heart of Eorzea, seeking dominion over all. Rising in desperate resistance, the forces of the Eorzean Alliance met their would-be conquerors in the field. Yet, even as the battle raged, the lesser moon, Dalamud, was plucked from the heavens through imperial machination. From its core emerged the elder primal Bahamut, who unleashed his fury upon the realm. The devastation brought Eorzea to its knees and the era to its end. 5 years have come and gone. The light of life still shines upon Eorzea. Man labors tirelessly to raise himself from the calamity's ruin. The realm is forever changed, a stranger to him once more. Yet heedless of what lies ahead, he shall press on. Spurred by the promise of peace and prosperity. Amid this period of great change, an adventurer arrives in Eorzea, one whose tale is yet unwritten.
Which I have to assume is us. So, how was that?
May he ever walk in the light of the crystal.
Cutscene wasn't over. Oops. So, I hope we were all able to hear that. We're gonna hit start. And we are going to hit new character. What are we gonna make? What are we gonna do here? So... what are we gonna make? I have thought long and hard about this. We are going to go... No. With the Mikyote. Which are basically cat people. Personally, I think their design is the coolest outside of maybe the Hrothgar. And I just think that it's a little bit more interesting. That is what we are going with as far as that is concerned. We're gonna spin a call a little... Huh? So we can either be Seekers of the Sun or a moon. I think we're gonna do... I think maybe we will do the Keeper of the Sun. I like that. Alright. Now, do we make them tall or do we make them short? Let's go with... Let's go with a little bit taller. Confirm. As far as tail goes, let's go with... Let's see, let's go with that. I think that will work. And we'll make the tail a little bit long. There we go. Now this allows us to kind of modulate our face. Allows us to modulate our face. We're gonna go with... I like that, but I also kind of like the more stern look. Honestly, that, because I want him to be a little bit more... We're gonna go with a little bit tan. Yeah, right there's good. Ooh, time for the hair part. By the way, I spend a lot of time in these kinds of games building a character. We're gonna be here a while. If you think I'm moving on very quickly and like expressing disinterest, boy howdy, you have no idea how long we're gonna be inside this character creator. You know what? I actually really like that hair. Let's go with... ooh, I like that one too. I think... The pompadour. Oh, goodness, the pompadour. Oh, goodness. Oh, goodness. That's funny. I'm not gonna go with that, because that will just break my immersion so bad. I like that hair, and I also... There was one earlier. I like that. I like that a lot. I actually kind of like... I think I'm gonna go with this, because I like that. Yeah, we're gonna go with that. We're gonna change the hair color. I can change the hair color. That's fun. Definitely the black hair. Can I change its... Ooh, I can change the highlights. Lovely. I love red. I love a... Yeah! Yeah! There we go. We're getting somewhere. We're getting somewhere. Jaw. Does this change anything? I mean, kinda. We're gonna go with type 2. Eye shape. Is there a... let's go with the more slant. Like that. Stick with large. As far as the eyes, I want... yeah, no, that... Yeah, no, that works. That works for me. That works for me. Ooh, type 5 is interesting. Type 4 fits... I think type 4 probably fits better with his face. I think we're gonna go with type 4. Nose. Do we want him to have a massive schnauzer? We'll go with type 4. Mouth. Big lip, small lip. Let's go with that. I like that. Lip color. I'm not gonna give him any lip... Oh, good lord. No. None. Good. Yeah, no. It's gonna be none. No lip color. And then this, I think... adds markings, which... Cool. I think we're gonna do that for the eyebrows. And then I like... That scar is nice. I like that scar. Scarring is fun. So he has little eye markings there, or the... You know what? That's definitely cool. I like that a lot. Yeah, no, I like that. And I also want this eye scar. There we go. I like that more than that. That's good. As far as his eye... I actually think black is good. Where are we at? We are on face paint. Okay. I don't really see this character as a face paint kind of person. So we're gonna go with none. So far, I really like the character that I've made so far. I like this. Not done anything with face paint. Oh, we get to pick the voice. Oh, alright. Can I? There we go, I can zoom out a little bit. Five. Like that. Yep. Cool. I think we've got our appearance down. Gonna go with slave slot 1. I'm not gonna do any of that. And then we're gonna go with... The Arisian year consists of the moon, Menfia, revolving around... We're gonna make him born under the 6th astral moon. And we're gonna do the 25th. It works. You pick your deities. Our patron deity. don't know much about these, so we're gonna read each one. Halone. Halone, mover of glaciers and goddess of war, is the guardian deity of Ishgard. She commands the element of ice and is associated with the first modern moon of the Eurasian calendar. Halone is the daughter of Roger and a bitter rival of Nofaka. She is most often depicted as a relentless warrioress, armed with a bronze great shield. Her symbol is 3 spears. Minfina. If I say any of these wrong, don't judge me. Is keeper of the moon and goddess of love. She commands the element of ice and is associated with the second moon of the Eurasian calendar. Minfina is the sister of Azima and the divine lover of Ashan. She is most often depicted as a maid carrying a round skillet. Symbol is the full moon. Thaliak, ruler of the rivers and wisdom and god of knowledge, is the guardian deity of Charlayan. He commands the element of water and is associated with the third moon of the Eurasian calendar. Thaliak is the father of the... I am not even gonna try. And good night. He is depicted of a reserved scholar holding an ashen staff. His symbol is the scroll. Nymea is the watcher of celestial bodies and goddess of fate. She commands the element of water and is associated with the fourth moon of the Eurasian calendar. Why are their names so wild? Okay. Navigation. Now I'm gonna try Watcher of the Seas and Goddess of Navigation is the guardian deity of that place. She commands the element of wind and is associated with the fifth moon. We did with the sixth moon, right? So it would make sense. Is the daughter of Thaliak and the elder sister of Nofaka. She is most often depicted as a strong fisherwoman wielding a long-bladed harpoon. Her symbol is the wave. Ocean, ruler of the mountains and god of travelers and vagrants. Okay, I like that. You know what? That's what we're going with. That's what we're gonna go with. But let's look at the others. Industry commands lightning and is associated with the seventh moon of the Eurasian calendar. Yes. Oh, son of the sixth, that's right. Yeah, we're definitely gonna go with, Berlegat is a purveyor of architecture and industry and the god of arts. Ralgar is the god of destruction. Cool. But we are gonna go with Ashen. Now, here is where things get interesting. What class do you want to be? We have Tank, stand as a bulwark in the face of danger with superior defensive abilities. Tanks protect their comrades by diverting enemy focus and bearing the brunt of battle. Begin your journey as a gladiator, marauder, and later master jobs of paladin, warrior, dark knight, and gunbreaker. Healer. Provide succor to all in need. Though limited in offensive abilities, healers replenish health and protect their comrades with myriad rejuvenating skills. Begin your journey as a conjurer and later master the jobs of white mage, scholar, astrologian, and sage. And then we have our DPS. Decimate your foes. Possessing great talent from the offensive, DPS is a role whose sole focus is to rout the enemy with a diverse array of punishing attacks. Begin your journey as a pugilist, lancer, archer, thaumaturge, or arcanist. From there, master the jobs of monk, dragoon, ninja, samurai, reaper, viper, bard, dancer, black mage, summoner, red mage, pictomancer, and blue mage. So, typically when it comes to MMOs, which this is one, I am much more of either the tank class or the DPS class. I don't really do a ton of healer classes. And that is mainly because of legitimately personal preference. I am not a big fan of it, right? So either we are going to, so I'm either thinking we'll go with the tank or as a DPS role. That is my normal. I'm either a tank or a DPS. To me, the most fun, for my personal preference, I'm gonna go... Let's do DPS. We're gonna do DPS. And some might say we're gonna go DPS route. We're gonna go DPS. I'm much more of a DPS person than I am a tank person, but I do personally really like the tank. I personally do appreciate being a tank. But we're gonna go with DPS to start. So let's talk about each job. Okay? So, the path of the pugilist is one of incessant training aimed at mastering the traditional techniques of hand-to-hand combat that they command formidable power when unarmed. When unarmed, they are wont to use metal, leather, and bone weaponry to maximize their destructive potential. Their preference to fighting at close quarters makes negotiating distances an absolute necessity. This is why pugilists are quick to learn lightweight gear, allowing for maximal agility, ensures them better success in battle than does cumbersome plate or chain. Lancer. The strategy of the Lancers is to outrange and fluster opponents with long two-handed polearms, hitting them with a barrage of thrusting attacks they are trained with a number of weapons, gaining a diversity of their attacks. It makes them extremely versatile combatants. In further time, the long spear saw the most widespread use, due in great part to the influence of the proud Lancer legions of Alamigo. Since then, the guild has greatly expanded its armories to include a variety of weaponry, such as the halberd or the trident. Corresponding job, dragoon. I'm not gonna try to read the bottom text. I'm gonna read the bottom text. Sure. The bustling commercial hall of Ulta sits amid the desolate desert landscape of southern Aldenard. Ulda culture is known for its affluence, and the wealth of the nation comes in large part from its abundant mineral resources and cloth crafting industry. Though it is the Sultana who claims sovereignty, true power is wielded by the Syndicate, a council sat by 6 of the Ulda's most elite and influential. Now, Tathal is the nation's Periton deity, and 2 great halls devoted to his 2 aspects lie in the east and west of the city. Gridania, in the eastern reaches of the Aldenard landmass, home to vast and dense woodlands and coursing rivers, lies the forest nation of Gridania. The cityscape is a mosaic of labyrinth, waterways, and great wooden structures so gracefully constructed they seem a part of the surrounding environment. The favorite goddess of the citizenry is Nuffica, the matron, but great faith is also placed in the wisdom of the Seedseers, young oracles who guide the nation based on the will of the forest elementals. Archer. The enduring popularity of the bow is a testament to its elegant design, but this simple weapon would be of little worth without the surpassing skill of those who master it. The archers. Projectile techniques such as high-angle fire enables archers to assail their foes with deadly precision, even at great distances. Constant assessment of the battlefield enables them to carefully determine the most advantageous ground from which to lose, as well as the nature of the arrows best suited for their enemy. Together with the longbow sentries of the Elizan military, the short-bow hunters among the Hikyote are widely regarded as the most skilled with the bow. So that's what fits our class a little bit better. Thaumaturgy. Thaumaturge. In the hands of a skilled practitioner, thaumaturgy can be a force of terrifying destruction. At the heart of this school of magic lies the ability to call forth and command the latent ether within oneself through deep introspection. To mold the aether into sorcery, the thaumaturge makes use of a scepter or staff, which within is housed a medium, a natural stone imbued with magical properties. In the corresponding job, Black Mage. I should say, as far as the archer, the corresponding job is Bard. Arcanist. Adept of the arts at the art of Arcanum, derive their might from symbols of power born of geometric techniques hailing from the southern seas. Held within occult grimoires, these symbols lend shape to the Arcanist's aether, thereby allowing him to produce a myriad of powerful spells using the self-same symbols to unlock the latent power contained within gemstones. Arcanists are also able to summon forth a familiar known as Carbuncle to carry out their bidding. Corresponding jobs are Summoner and Scholar. On the southern coast of the island of Vielbrand, under the shadow of ancient cliffs, warned by the relentless onslaught of the Rotano Sea, lies the thalassocracy of Limsa the Meninsa. Its economy is driven primarily by shipping, but boasts lucrative shipbuilding, fishing, and smithing industries as well. To maintain the safety of the maritime routes, the city employs a formidable navy known as the Knights of the Barracuda. Even so, pirate bands run rampant in nearby waters, nearby waters, reaving and pillaging. Alright, now that we have gone through every single DPS class that you can pick so far, what are we gonna go with? What are we gonna go with? Well, to me, the idea that I have is I either want us to be doing some stuff with having powerful spells, or we go and do Lancer. Which Lancer is one of my favorite, Dragoon is one of my favorite jobs in Final Fantasy. I have played Final Fantasy before. I'm not new to Final Fantasy as a option. I will say, though, something speaks to me about being a Dark Knight tank. It kinda speaks to me a little bit. It kinda speaks to me. Kinda speaks to me a little bit. So, you know what? The DPS options are interesting. But I'm gonna look up something. Okay. As far as we are going to do something a little bit different. So we were gonna go. A part of me wants to do the spell stuff. We are gonna go with Gladiator, with the idea of us going to potentially try to get to Dark Knight. We're gonna go with tank. I personally think that is my second option. I don't really love, like, the DPS options are neat. If I had to pick one, it probably would be Arcanist, so I could do, like, Scholar. But, yeah, that's where we're at with that. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go with Gladiator. I'm going to read at least the Gladiator title, the Gladiator thing. Gladiators specialize in handling all manner of one-handed blades, from daggers to longswords, be they single or double-edged, straight or curved. A defining characteristic of the art is its emphasis on diversive combat tactics, training its members to bring their martial skills to bear in any situation. As such, they are practitioners who marry sword with shield. Seeking to defend their fellow companions, others opt for an empty offhand, choosing instead to focus entirely on their sword off. In all instances, the ages-old art of the sword makes the gladiator a formidable adversary in any encounter. And then the Marauder. The Marauder is a combat specialist whose weapon of choice is the Great Axe, a fearsome arm emblematic of Eurasia's pirates. Their approach to battle is one of brute force, relying on strength and steel to crush their enemies, and sunder weapons. They are highly sought after for their ferocity and intimidating presence, and are often employed to hunt down the monsters plaguing the land, or to turn the tide of battle between warring nations. We are going to go with Gladiator. You have selected Siren as your starting world. Don't think that's not a bad idea. We're going to go with Siren. Ah, so we get to pick We get to have a nickname, a name. So, with this, we are gonna, so, I'm not original enough. Let's just be blunt about that. I am not original. I don't really claim to be original when it comes to setting up character names. What I like to do is look at ideas. I like to look at naming conventions. And kind of try to figure out what I would like to do. Because I don't really know how to name characters as far as like MMO games are concerned. However, I have a good idea. I do have a name that I found that I actually kind of like. So we're gonna go with this. Exrave. I like that a lot. And we're not gonna give him a surname. Okay? No, we do need it. Do we need to give him a surname? Oh, we do. Okay. Okay. So with that in mind, see if I can get a different... Got one. We got one. Exlave Zugno. Yeah, Exlave Zugno. Exlave Zugno. Yeah, I like that. Exlave Zugno. Exlave Zugno. And we are good to go. Let's go. 40 minutes it took us. 40 minutes. Beautiful. Love that for us. But hey, we did it. Look at that. We're gonna have to wait a few minutes, but we're gonna get in. Let's do this thing, baby. Let's do this thing. Heck yeah, there we go. Woo! We got our character made. The server is currently congested. Players in Q3. Oh, hey, look at that. Well, we're in, baby. We're in. We're in. I hope we have at least have somewhat enjoyed this little beginning section of this. I know this is a little bit weird, and I know this isn't Pokemon related, but a long time ago I stated that we would not be a strictly Pokemon channel. So, as we float in, as we spawn into being.
Here.
Oh.
Here. Feel.
Uh-oh. Excuse me?
Hear, feel, think.
That's a real bright light. What has happened? Okay, I guess. He actually looks really sick in that armor. Cool, I guess. we're living a fantasy. That was really cool, though. I think I made a good looking character. I think. Hey, you! All right, lad. You were moaning something fierce for a while there. Feeling the effects of the aether, I reckon. You'll get used to it, though, don't worry. You there! Halt! What's all this about? Inspection men search the carriage. Judgment on his peddler, friend, so don't be too disappointed if you don't find nothing, eh? Mind your tongue, old man, lest I cut it out. So look, Somnus. Honest peddler, was it? How many honest peddlers deal in prohibited herbs? You're in a lot of trouble, old man. You'll run the dungeon until the end of your days unless you can afford the fine. Business as usual. What? Emerja! To arms! To arms! Whoa! 7 hells. Consider this a warning. Now go! All of you! Also, if you hear me say bad language, it is me just reading the game. I do not like it, but it is what it is. I could change the language, but that's... I might change the language for younger viewers if they want to come in and watch this kind of thing. Just know this is not going to be the most PG-esque stuff. I apologize ahead of time. Phew! That kind of excitement ain't good for the heart. You be careful around them brass blades, lad. I'm going to not say that. They'll have the shirts off your back if they fancy it. Like common bandits they are, only less honest. Thank the gods for sending some beastmen to the rescue, eh? Hey, seeing as we've got a long ride ahead, you mind keeping me company till we arrive? I'm young and so much care for conversation, see? Brent's the name, and peddling's me trade. And judging by your unusual garments, I'll wager you're one of them new adventurers. I knew it, going wherever the wind blows, seeking fortune and glory. Now that's what I call living. So long as you can avoid dying, I mean. Ain't no secret that adventuring's a risky business these days, especially. What was it that first attracted you to it? We're gonna say to win glory. Glory, eh? Well, if you're willing to take on them tasks as other folks, ain't an adventurer such as yourself can win fame what coin can't buy. When you arrive in town, you'll want to report to the Adventurers Guild. You'll find out everything you need to know about the adventuring business in there. Just remember, though, there are more important things than fortune and glory, such as breathing. Ain't no profit being dead, and that's a fact. By the by, is this your first trip to Uldar? Yeah. It is? Well then, let this journey itinerant tell you the ins and outs of our destination. Uldar, ruled by the Sultana in name, but as most folk know, the Syndicate holds all the real power. Them and their monetarist cronies could happily get rid of Her Grace altogether. That won't happen while she still commands the loyalty of the Royalists. And the Royalists are nothing if not loyal. These factions have long fought over power, throwing the weight of their wealth against each other, and they show no signs of stopping it. Of course, the Lizardmen, and that's the Almajar, couldn't care less about Uldar politics. They have their own interests, see, and they ain't afraid to use force to serve them. They say war is a gift of peddlers. Need breed and profit, and though it shames me to say it, I'm inclined to agree. Ah, at long last, behold, Uldar, jewel of Thanalan, where folks turn sand into gold.
Deep in the sun-baked south, surrounded by the shifting sands of an endless desert, she rises. A solitary rose amidst the dust and rock, a symbol of defiance. Her name, Uldar.
Uldar. That's how you actually say that.
Even at the coming of the seventh umbral era, hope springs eternal for the mongers and merchants who vie
You heard my
for lost
fingers crack, I'm sorry.
fortunes in this bustling oasis. As the twin faces of Nold Thal maintain their vigil over all that has been and shall be, the present proffers a brave soul. One whose arrival could mark the beginning of a new era of prosperity for the realm.
And here's where we part ways, lad. I'm off to the markets to deliver me wares, and it's on to the high road for me. Now, I want you to have this, by way of thanks for putting up with my present. Appreciate that. Thank you. You never did tell me your name, though, but here's an idea. Become the sort of storied personage I can brag about having met, and I'll consider it square. Fair enough. Alright, did we get to move?
The traders
Nope.
nurture our fortunes as they kindle the flames which burn within us all. For by fire are we reborn.
Cool. But yes, I am going to do everything in my power to not have the language that this game uses impact our streams a bit. I will be changing some of the words to it because I don't really want to say the word that they showed earlier. But that is needless to say where we are at. I love the way my character looks. I actually am digging the character look. I love it. I love it, I love it, I love it. Personally, he looks awesome to me. Oi! Venturer! Over here! Hey, I mean you! Fresh off the carriage by any chance, how can I tell? Cause you are wearing weird gear. The name's Lemond, and business is knowing every bugger else. Now then, what if I was to offer some invaluable advice? By way of welcome to our fair city, free of charge even, just this once, like. Okay. Welcome to Ul'dah, the shining beacon of prosperity rising on the deserts of Thunland. Follow the instructions to move your character and adjust the position of the camera. Turn on and off auto run, cycle through hotbars, ZL, and move. Got it. Turn that off, and we're gonna select that and hit close. Alright. Cool! There we go. Close. And then we're going to accept that. 'Tis plain to anyone when I say you don't know your way around here. If I let you go wandering off down the nearest dark alley, you're certain to get mugged or worse. And I don't want that on my conscience. So before you do anything else, you'll want to head over to the Quicksand and speak with Momodi. She's the master of the Adventures Guild and can set you on the right path. Just take those steps over yonder and pass through the double doors. You'll find her inside. And that's as much as you're getting for free. Good luck with the adventurer. Thank you. You have begun a quest. Use the duty list to find it. Wonderful. So far, I'm impressed. This is working really well. If you don't know, sometimes when it comes to the Switch 2, MMOs and other games have a hard time. This looks like it's running really, really well. So we are going to go ahead and find who we are looking for. Momodi, hello. Also, I hope you appreciate different character voices, because that's what's gonna happen here. Why, hello there! Who might you be? If you're looking to join the Adventurers Guild, you've come to the right place. Name's Modi, and I own this fine establishment, if it please you. I also manage the Adventurers Guild here in Ul'dah, so you might say that looking after green adventurers like yourself is my vocation. And I'm lucky for you it is, huh? Lucky for you that it is. Without someone like me to steer you right, you'd soon find yourself out in the middle of nowhere, caught up in business you don't understand. Like our conflict with the Al Job, for example. They've been plaguing the Sultanate for nigh on forever now. Then there's the Garlean Empire. None can say for sure what they're plotting these days, only that they are. Aye, the people drink and make merry, but underneath it all there's worry, and a lingering feeling of loss. And little wonder, it's scarce been 5 years since the lesser moon cracked open like a giant egg, raising an abomination intent of turning the realm into an 8th hell. So much was lost in the blink of an eye, 'twas like the end of the world and had come at last. But then things began to get foggy. Everyone's got their own version of what happened next, some of them 2 or 3. You'd think people would remember something like that, but the fact is, they don't. Nobody does. There is one thing. The survivors agree on, though. They play the part played by a band of adventurers who laid down their lives for a realm that wasn't their own. They fought valiantly, and like so many others, they never returned. Deeds worth remembering, I'm sure you'll agree. Just a shame of recollections of those brave heroes are as jumbled as those of the calamity itself. Whenever we try to call their faces to mind, it's like they're standing between us and the midday sun, permanently silhouetted. I'll bet that sounds poetic to you, doesn't it? Well, it's not. It's bloody infuriating. But even if we can't remember them, we'll not let them be forgotten. And so we'll call them the Warriors of Light. And they'll forever stand as a shining example of what adventurers can achieve. That's why I welcome new arrivals like yourself to our fair city. All I ask is that you lend a helping hand and try to leave Eldar in a better state than you found her. If you can promise me that, I'd be happy to let you join the guild. Yep. Alright then, a promise is a promise now. I'm counting on your help to put the past behind us. We need people working and spinning and bickering like the old days. And a happy and prosperous Eldar means more business for the quicksand too. Any road, let's make this official. Go ahead and write your name in the register, neat as you can. Salave Zagno. Well, ain't that a charming name? Just rolls off the tongue, it does. I don't really think it rolls off the tongue that well, but you know, it's fine. Alright, Mr. Zugno. On behalf of the Adventurers Guild, I officially... Please, sir, be merciful. 12 is my witness, I swear to you. I'll bring you your money. In the East, it is said that even a merciful god might be driven to vengeance if thrice blasphemed. Be grateful you are given a 4th chance to offend. You two attend to this scum. No, please, mercy. Oh, ain't that a sorry sight? Not an uncommon one, if I'm honest. Don't worry, though. If you work hard, I doubt you'll end up like him. Just the same, if you ever need a bit of advice about one thing or another, pay me a visit. Just don't go bothering me every time you stub your bloody toe, alright? Of course, I do enjoy hearing tell of a gentleman's woes with the womenfolk from time to time. Any road, welcome to Eldar, Zorave. Take a moment to catch your breath, and I'll teach you a little bit about our fair city. If you are just joining us, welcome to the stream. We are playing Final Fantasy XIV today, which is a little bit different than our normal content spread of playing multiplayer playing Pokemon games. But you know what they say, you have to expand out a little bit from time to time. Let's go ahead and clickety-clack. Before you go charging off to find your fortune, I have a few basic tasks I'd like you to perform, so as to help you get to know the place. First of all, I want you to visit the Aetherite Plaza. To get there, head west from here till you reach the Emerald Avenue, then look north. You'll see a giant floating crystal called an Aetherite. If it weren't for the Aetherites traveling around Eorza, it would be a darn sight more troublesome than it is. Of course, you'll still need to attune with them before you can use them. So be sure to do that with the one in the plaza. You ever attune an Aetherite before, Zerabe? If not, lay your hand on the thing and you'll see what I mean. When you're done with that, I want you to pay a visit to the Gladiators Guild over at the Colosseum. Since that sword ain't just for show, you might consider training there. And finally, I want you to visit the Sapphire Avenue Exchange over on the steps of Thal. Good some all across Eorza, beyond turn up there every day. You'll have no trouble finding armor, weapons, or anything else a fledgling adventurer like yourself might need. Might say that everything's for sale here in Uldar, as long as you've got the guild. Just make sure you don't pay more than you ought, Zerabe. There's plenty as won't scruple to swindle unsuspecting foreigners like yourself, especially if they think one's looking out for their own best interests. That's why I'm giving you this letter. When you visit the exchange and a gentleman named Sasroga, find a gentleman named Sasroga and give it to him. He'll happily tell you about the markets once he's read it. In short, visit the Aetherite Plaza, the Gladiators Guild, and the Sapphire Avenue Exchange. Simple. Oh, but before you go, a word of advice. Well, there's more than a few uncivilized characters out there who'll try to take advantage of you. There are also some with honest-to-goodness problems who you should consider offering a helping hand to. Not a folk are lured to the city by the promise of wealth and power. What many of them fail to realize is instead of chasing Gale in the moment they get here, they ought to be making friends. Let me know that you're willing to give as much as you get, and opportunities will come your way. You know what? You should speak with the smith over yonder. Those lads always have some good advice for up-and-coming adventurers. Otherwise, that's about it from me. It's past time you got going. Well, let me know when you're finished, will you? That way I won't spend my days worrying that you're down to your small clothes without a guild to your name. Oi! Wonderful. We have our next quest. Oh, I didn't read that. So you've recently taken up the Adventurer's Mantle. The potential possibility of stretching out before you must be positively daunting. I'm gonna skip this. I'm gonna let the dialogue I'll sit on the dialogue for a second, and then I will do that. Pause if you want to read it all. Cool. There we go. Well, let's get down to business, shall we? I like the music. Man. That's the other thing. If you hear me praise the music, that's because I really mean it. Let's get to running. Let's get going. I seen the Aetherite crystal. Well, duh. Aetherite. Oh, my goodness. We're going to attune. Beautiful. Hey, other intro. Might you come at the behest of Miss Momori of the Quicksand? Oh, hi there. Excellent. Which brings us to the matter of the attunement fee. That will be 100,000 gil, if you please, sir. What? Apologies, why do so relish the opportunity to make that jest? The look on your face was absolutely priceless. But the fact that you were so easily deceived to me says that you are familiar with the use of aetherites. Allow me to explain. These crystalline agglomerations tap into ethereal engines and are primarily used as a means to travel swiftly from one place to another. Perchance, you have heard of return and teleport. Well, these transportation spells make direct use of aetherites and their connection to the flow of aether. Given that there is aetherite in almost every corner of Eorzea, any adventurer with a mind to explore the realm will seek out and attune himself to each and every one. But even if you have no intention of wandering beyond the Sultanate's borders, it would be prudent for you to attune yourself to any aetherites you encounter from now on. I pray you found that informative. Should you wish to learn more about aetherites or transportation management, I should be happy to answer your questions. Return learned. You attuned with the aetherite, you are now able to use the return set. Perfect. Off we pop. The spell return can be used to instantly travel back to the aetherite set as your home point. So that allows us to come backward. Now, how do I gotta learn this. Nope. 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 Come on. We're gonna kind of figure this out. How do... It gave me an idea of the map. How do I... want to learn the... No, controller settings. How do I... No. I wanna... Right. Ha! There we go. So we need to go... We can go this way to get to that. Okay, yep. We gotta go this way. We gotta go this way. So that's where we need to go for the Colosseum. However, we should definitely attune to this, because we're going to need to be able to teleport back to there. Beautiful! You have now access, blah, blah, blah. We can quick travel. So that means... Let's go here. Meaning you can definitely do that. That way we can teleport back. So, when it says that, right? We can't really do it yet, but we can always teleport to it. Ulutsu, welcome to the Gladiators Guild, friend. Tell me, are you new to the thrills of Mortal Kombat? Well, whether you are or not, you are new to us. You're going to take your place in these hallowed halls. You must be willing and ready to undergo the most rigorous training. Consider cuts and bruises beyond counting, and like as not far worse. A daunting prospect, I concede, but there is no other way if you mean to take the blood sounds one day. Why wouldn't you? The Colosseum is only the most celebrated place of public entertainment in all of Ul'dah. Where else would a poor man amass a fortune so vast as to one day allow him to claim a seat on the syndicate? Ah, there's not an Uldan alive who isn't inspired by the rise of a self-made man. And there's no truer embodiment of this than the gladiator who wins riches and fame with his sword. Though it's not a long and storied history, this guild has nurtured countless champions. Our training methods are second to none, and our members ever strive to develop new techniques. It's our true glory to fight in triumph amidst the roar of 10,000 voices. This is where you belong, adventurer. Think of it. Think of your legacy, and if your soul stirs, join us. Okay. And we need to talk to her, because we do want to join us. What will it be? Will you rise above the masses and inscribe your name in legend, or will you resign yourself to mediocrity and die in obscurity? Join the Gladiators Guild. A decision you shan't regret. One moment. Make way for Zaravi's Zugno. Fresh meat coming through. Now then, before your enrollment can be considered, you must present yourself to First Order Mila. You'll seek her out and obtain her approval. Beautiful. We do need to do all of this. Hello. I heard Lutsu. So you're Zalre Zugno. Zrahave Zugno. 'Tis a good strong name. Guild? Let me welcome you. I am Milla, Guildmaster here. So you wish to study your arts. I presume you have your reasons for choosing the sword over all other weapons. You think it's easiest to learn. A sword is a simple weapon, but to wield a blade is anything but simple. Every consummate champion to emerge from all ranks, there have been countless disappointments who failed to achieve greatness. Bear in mind before you answer me, Zarabe, for I do not ask this question lightly. Have you the strength to live by the sword, and if it be your fate, die by it? Then welcome, Gladiator, to your new home. Let's not waste time, shall we? I would gauge your attitude for the sword. Just outside the gates of Uldar, you'll find plenty of marmots, hornets, and shrews. Slay 3 each and return here when you're finished. Some tasks, but essential to your training nonetheless. Now go. Cool. So we have our first actual mission. As far as, like, things to do. We're not gonna do that right now, though. For the time being, we are gonna go around and finish go to the market situation and figure that out. Go. I see where we gotta go. And you are? Oh, a newly come adventurer, but of course, yes, I am Sesoroga. What can I do for you? Ah, you would have me teach me the ways of marketplace. That's very wise. As for my fee, what? You expect me to do it for free? Surely you jest. My dear adventurer, when you ask an Eldarin for favor, should at least try to make it worth their while. Judging by your garb, I gathered around in town you could afford my services. That you offer nothing is laughable. Hand over the letter. Oh, Mistress Memorian took you to seek me out, huh? Did she? Consider you fortunate to have such influential friends. I shall be brief, and you shall be attentive. You stand in the Sapphire Avenue Exchange, the busiest and most profitable marketplace in the Sultanate. Being advantageously situated in relation to the other city-states, those markets have ever served as both the literal and figurative centers of Eurasian commerce. All the great overland trade routes lead to our city, and the majority of maritime trade between the Vilbland and Aldenard passes through our ports. Because of this, countless companies and consortia have chosen Aldar as their base of operations. They see to it that this marketplace is awash with merchants and moneylenders, day and night. Anything a man could desire can be purchased here, provided as he has sufficient funds. Surely there's something you seek, adventurer, a deadlier sword, perhaps, or a shinier trinket. Whatever it is you want, the exchange will have it. To the north, you'll find merchants peddling armor and accessories, curatives, and crafting materials. And to the south, you will find weapons, tools, and an assortment of other useful items for sale. Seek out particular merchant and browse to your heart's content, but do try to remain aloof should you find something that piques your interest. Decisions made in the heat of the moment are usually unwise, especially where coin is concerned. Ahem. That is all the complimentary aid you shall have from me, and far too much for my taste. My regards to Mamali. Now off with you! Alright. Okay. Now, you may be wondering, where we are going next. Well, we are going to do the Way of the Gladiator thing. The reason why we are doing this is part of doing our job and getting better with our job. And it also provides more context to a growing narrative. So we do need to go to here. And we do need to do this. There we go. And that is combat, my friends. There we go. Go. There we go. Oh, we need to slay another hornet. There we go. And now we definitely do want to find... We're looking for snapping shrews. Aha! There they are. level up. Lovely. One more snapping shrew for the road, and there we go. We are going to head back to the Aetherite crit, the big giant Aetherite, because I think we need to ask that guy why we can't teleport yet, because we should. Why we can't teleport, because I feel like that's a problem. Okay. So we can't really teleport yet. There we go. That way we don't have to run that entire distance. There's no reason to do that, because we've... And we literally don't need to. Rest assured, there will be far greater challenges if you wish to master the sword. You must test yourself against a wide variety of foes to this end. Here with this hunting log. It contains information on critters ideal for gladiator in training. You'll doubtless gain valuable experience should you seek out and slay them. It is only with such practice that you will recognize and eliminate the deficiencies in your technique. Your training shall continue once the haft sits so snugly in your hand that you cannot imagine holding naught else. Until then, Sir Lave. And thus, we have done what we needed to do. We have done what we needed. We are gonna head back to the back to the big Aetherite place and head back to the quicksand to Mamodi. That's where we're headed next. As it were. Alright. How was your tour of the city, Zerabe? Get lost, did you? Aye, well, Uldar's a big place with lots to see and do, but wandering around aimlessly don't pay the bills. If you're serious about making a living here, you'll need to remember where things are. When you go exploring, explore like you've got a purpose, eh? Alright then, all that's left for you is to work hard, make money, and spend it here at the quicksand. Thank you. And now we have a combo. Melee oriented classes, such as the Gladiator Marauder, can chain together weapons because they deal additional effects. Combos are not available. So, I'm guessing it goes what? Stance. There we go. I'm trying to find something. Let me just make sure that I'm not crazy. I guess I can go here, right? I wanted to look at the... Oh well, we'll figure out the combo. Oh, well, young one, how you finding your time in Elden? Got your bearings about you yet? If so, mayhap it's time for you to venture beyond the city's walls. The bustling streets of Oldar are one thing, but the wilds of Thunlon, that's another altogether. I know a bloke you might fancy speaking to, name of Posfon. You'll find him over at the Oldar Dispatch Yard. No doubt he'll have some work for you. Cool. We have our first, like, quest. I have to imagine that it goes the A and then Y. I have to imagine. Aha! Okay, character. Are you seeing it? Because I'm not seeing it. I was trying to find the combo thing. I literally am looking at it. There is no actions tab. Whatever. It's fine. We're gonna just kind of move on. I will figure out what the combo is. Yep, it's that. Okay. Understood. Understood. Let's go. We understand now. I understand. Understood. Understood. Let's go. More Lalafels! Well, you certainly look the part of an adventurer, my friend. Might you be the good soul Momori advised me to expect, hmm? I am Papashan, station master of this humble dispatch yard. An empty title, I assure you. I truly am no more than an tired old Lalafell, passing his final years in quiet and solitude. Well, no, there have been plenty of both these past 5 years since the calamity struck. The devastation was vast. Yet, now true old Dalhans work together during all in our power to rebuild what was laid to ruin. By the sweat of our brows and the love of our home, we have rebuilt Ulda to the grandeur and majesty that you see today. The railways which run through this dispatch yard were born of noble efforts of a great many souls. But there is still much work to be done. The wounds left by the calamity run deep. Isolated areas beyond our lines of supply remain. And there are places yet wanting for relief and restoration. World needs the aid of you and your brethren, Flynn. In fact, never has our need been more dire. Which brings me to the point, I suppose. I do believe I may have some work suited to one of your ability. We're gonna pick the Altered Thigh Boot and hit complete. We are now level 5! Since we are already here, no point in just not doing anything. We might as well just... Halt! Sir, I'm gonna have to ask you to put the pretzel on the ground and place your hands above your head. Him. Cool. Or since we're here, there's no point in, like, doing anything else. Teleport. We know that we have a gladiator quest that we can do while we're out here, but, you know, it's better to just kind of... Huh. It's funny, there's no... It would figure with... I guess it is just it's a starting area, so I would assume not. Western front clear! Eastern front clear! From me? From Blossom and Twilight Pretzel, my favorite, how did he know? Can't fight on an empty stomach, now can I? I can't fight on any stomach. I suppose you could say I have no stomach for fighting. Don't we all, huh? Don't we all? Goodness. We're gonna sprint over. I do apologize that we don't have any interesting mounts at the moment, but they'll save me. Scorching days, freezing nights. This place will be the end of me. Here, take a pretzel. The Twilight Pretzel, don't mind if I do. Ah, now that's refreshing. That's a refreshing pretzel. I feel reborn. Fantastic. Good for it. I'm not gonna read every NPC's dialogue, by the way. I'll leave it on screen for a second. I will make it obvious that we are gonna just kind of be doing that. But yeah. You return with a deal a deal feel a pretzels. See? Tell me how fair our sultanate's is. Take this for your troubles and stay a moment. There is more I would ask of you. We are gonna take the bronze sword and move on. Total eclipse. Interesting. Okay. Open the thing, main hand. We're gonna equip the bronze sword. And now we do more damage. Sorabe, I have just this moment. No time for concealment is past. Truth is, even before I had you to this result, I was privy to some most unsettling news. The reason I sent you to meet those souls. What's up? A young noblewoman from a very prestigious family has run away from home, and I have been ordered to see her safe return. When you met earlier, are assisting with the search. Alas, it seems that you have found no trace of her. Apologies for not being frank with you. Unstoppable, we must proceed with caution. Should word of her disappearance spread, I fear others with less honorable motives may join the hunt. And should we allow her to come to any harm, not even 100 beheadings would be punishment enough. That cannot happen, Zalave, it must not. You did help find her. Blazer 12, I knew I could count on you. I've instructed the others to expand the search, but Thunlun is vast and there are only so many of us. The young woman's name is Lady Lyra. When you go south and look for her vicinity in the Sultanate Tree. Good luck. And we are going to do just that. I know we could continue with the job, but we're going to go ahead and do this. And after this, we will then go back. We'll go to the, that. Curious on what Total Eclipse does, but... And they're an instance battle. Instance battles only occur during certain quest and missions. Take a moment to read the information displayed. Those thing has an effect if you are above the maximum allowed. It'll be synced to the level as follows. We're gonna do this thing.
Oh, Sultan Tree, hallowed spirit of my line, forgive my weakness. My failings have cost us dear. Show yourself.
As you command, O Lilira. Forgive my selfish desire to assure your welfare.
I don't recall requesting an escort. Simply pretend we never met and continue on your way.
We both know I can do no such thing. It isn't safe for you here alone. It isn't safe for anyone. Not with this etheric disturbance. It's as though the dead are watching us. And I'd prefer not to join them, if it's all the same to you. Ah, you must be the one the Papa Shan mentioned. Congratulations on finding our elusive young charge. You'll have to forgive her impetuousness. What she lacks in discipline, she makes up for in stubbornness. You should return with us. The station master will be eager to thank Lady Lilira's protector in person.
What the heck is that?
Alas, the station master will have to wait. Dear Lilira, for my sake, please stay out of harm's way. As for you, dear friend, for Lilira's sake, please stay in harm's way.
Time to fight! Let's go! I did the combo wrong. Focus on your own healing, handsome stranger. So far, I like the combat for, I like our combat ability. Oh. Fun to continue fighting this guy. Nice! There we go! We did it! Uh... Um...
Hear, feel, think.
Oh boy. Are you watching destruction occur?
Crystal bearer. I am Heidelin, all made one. A light there once was that shone throughout this realm, yet it hath since grown dim. And as it hath faltered, so hath darkness risen up in its stead, presaging an end to life. For the sake of all, I beseech thee, deliver us from this fate. The power to banish the darkness dwelleth in the crystals of light. Journey forth and lay claim to them. By thy deeds shall the crystals reveal themselves to thee. Only believe, for the light liveth in thy heart.
Don't mind me taking pictures. Don't mind me. Don't mind me. It's still very cool.
My child, and shine thy light on all creation.
Okay, will do. Will do.
Ah, coming around now.
Would you mind telling me what that was?
If I only knew. A denizen of the void at any rate.
The void sent? Here? But how?
The question isn't how, but who. We're not dealing with bookless bandits. Don't suppose the answer came to you in a dream? No sooner did you fell the beast than you fell asleep. Too much ether, no doubt. Interesting. I hadn't considered the crystal. But of course, this changes everything. Oh, just thinking aloud? At any rate, we haven't a moment to spare. I must return and report this at once. I leave Lady Lilira in your capable hands.
How dare you pass me about like a swaddled babe? I shall return and tell them myself.
As you wish, your impetuousness. I suspect we shall meet again before long.
You know what? You know what? Very funny. Very funny. I like it.
Until then, do try and stay awake.
I didn't catch your name, dude. Who are you? Who are you? Alright, let's go to the, let's get back. Oh, goodness. Goodness, goodness, goodness. Thank the gods you returned! You had us all so worried. You do realize what would happen if a person in your noble status were to be injured or worse? Why, Her Grace, the Sultana, would be beside herself with grief, and so would her subjects. I dare say they'd be weeping in the streets. But I have already given you cause to weep, Papa Shan, you and the people of Oda. Please, you're not to say such things. We will find it, I swear to you. It's not my place to make my demands, but my lady, but I beg you, please stay out of harm's way. I apologize for causing you undue worry, Papa Shan. I shall refrain from traveling unescorted in the future. Nod. I cannot thank you enough, Zarabe. I understand you fought bravely to protect Lady Lyria from violent voiced fiends. For your gallant service, you deserve all the riches in the run of old, so long as a small token of my gratitude is the best I can offer. A sarcastic man with a strange contraption strapped to his soldier. I see, you met Thancred. He's a scholar who spends his day investigating oddities in the aether. Rather too fond of the sound of his own voice for my liking, but perfectly harmless. As for you, Zarabe, you're just the sort of adventurer we need around here. I pray you show the same kindness to the people of Thunmon as you did to us today. Thank you, Papa Shan. Alright. With that in mind, we are going... I don't think we are currently equipped with the best gear. We are not going to interact with Sakota. What we are instead going to do, because we are right there, we are just going to hit return and use return for the first time. And we are going to head to the job because we were told that at level 5, we can continue the fight, the gladiator quest. So that is exactly what we are gonna do for the time being. So, that's what we are gonna do. Later on, we will... I should have teleported, I didn't even mean to. Oh well, it's fine. We're gonna head into here and talk to Mila. Ah, Zarabe, I take it your sword, you and your sword have become better acquainted. Then I will instruct you on another fundamental aspect of what it means to be a gladiator. Commanding an opponent's attention. As gladiators, we are trained to engage enemies at a close range, weathering their attacks as we deliver our own. However, there are times when we must do battle alongside allies, whose talents are not the same as our own. In such a situation, your role is not to slay the enemy in front of you, but rather defend the man beside you. We do this by eliciting enmity of our opponents through attacks and techniques designed to incite their hatred. You must learn to draw the enemy's attention to yourself and trust in your stout constitution to endure. In so doing, you protect your weaker comrades who would otherwise perish. To help you better understand this, there is a task I wish I would have you perform. It just so happens that Momori of Ten has requested our assistance. A gang of Lamencian marauders has paraded into town, and begun harassing people outside her establishment. And like these, prey on the weak, but will turn tail and flee at the first sign of defiance. You need not resort to violence. It will suffice to show them that you are not afraid of them and will not tolerate that behavior. Seek out the limousine and make your presence known by bearing face me, Marauder. In this way, you'll protect the people of Uldar as you would your allies in battle. We have our task set in front of us. We must go that way. I hope the stream's been enjoyable so far. I've had a great time. This has been very fun. This game looks really good, and it's actually running very well on the console. And yeah, no, this is going quite well. Quite splendidly. But yes, we are going to head over this way to do the Kicking the Hornet's Nest. As you can see, there's a lot of new players here, so... Ill-mannered Marauder. Ill do you want? This doesn't concern you, so bugger off. What am I supposed to do here? Do I have to emote at him? Emote. We're gonna look at our journal real quick. Yeah, we're gonna go to our journal real fast and... Okay. How do I... What? Gotta look it up. Oh! I have to actually, like... Ah, I see. I see, so I have to do some fun... Okay, I see what we have to do. This is very interesting. This is why I'm not going to... That is why I'm not gonna read every dialogue out loud. I'm just gonna kind of... go around, do that, click, click, enter, enter. Alright, and we have one last one. I thought it was gonna be some sort of like emote, but it's not. You actually have to type in this. Which I guess makes sense, but... oh, inside the quicksand, huh? Oh, this is lively even for the quicksand. You two are gonna put on a show for us. What's this, another fool? Show some respect when you talk to... prefer the driven, leader of a trim of bloody murmurs? Or some such... I heard you the first time. Your voice carries quite well. Unless you want me to split your skull with my axe, you better... That's a giant blade. I don't think you want to mess with that guy. That sword. It couldn't be flimsy, but only the sword of Nald would. Bloody hex. It's you. You know, I've never been one to stand back and watch. Mind if I join the fun? Begging your pardon, sir. I could have handled that. Why do they always do that? It's just you and me. Standing up to that woman sounds quite brave of you, and quite foolish. I think I like you, Gladiator. Name's Aldous, and I'd buy you a drink, but I'm afraid I just spent the last of my coin. I used to be a young gladiator like you. Back then, but that hardly concerns you. These days, I'm just an explorer and unexplored and a seeker of as yet unknown experiences. Like that minimal stranger keeping my bed warm right now. Gods, I've missed this city and this wonderful desert jewel of debauchery and sin. Now, if you'll excuse me. Well, thanks, Aldous, but, like, I bet I'm gonna be meeting with you a lot. Okay. Oh, nope, gotta speak with my body first. I hadn't seen Aldous with my own eyes. I wouldn't believe it was him. Everyone here thought he died years ago. Listen, Zerabe, do me a favor and don't tell Mila about meeting Aldous, alright? She doesn't need this sort of drama. Why? Well, let's just say some folks ain't good for one another. Oh my! Something tells me that they were involved. If you catch my meaning. I do love that you actually, for that quest, you had to actually, like, type the thing. Which is funny, but also, like, really, like, kind of wild to me, man. Because Mila, it's really funny, because, like, normally, when it comes to these kinds of games, they normally have you kind of just making sure, yep. Listen, there's my backing up. I wish I could say we've heard the last of them. Last, we received reports of axe-wielding raiders assaulting merchants through Scorpion Crossing. It seems words will not suffice after all. I want you to finish what you've begun, Rabe. Head to Western Thunlon and see that performerial driven and all those who have shared in his crimes never trouble the people of Ul'dah again. We need to leave. Which means we can actually do break 2... kill 2 birds with 1 stone and do the main quest and the, maybe. Actually not. And it seems to me... Yep, okay. Yeah, okay. Fair enough. Oh, I did not mean to do that. My bad. My bad. There we go. There we go. I didn't mean to do that. Then thus we are gonna return. Gotta be honest, as much as, like, fun-wise we're having, the storyline so far is kinda meh, kinda boring, but, you know what? I've had a good time, though. There has been some funniness to some of the, like, to the lines. I hope the voiced dialogue is coming through, like, the voice acting, I hope it's coming through. Because I don't want to be the one that has to read everything. Which is going to be a theme. I'm not going to read all of the dialogue, as I just don't find all of that to be that important. Just to be clear. Okay. Because we have the thigh boots, I'm not gonna pick that. I'm gonna pick the gloves, though. And when is this? Level 10. Okay. We need to be level 10 for that to work. Huh? Huh, okay. And we will teleport there. If you're just joining us, welcome to the stream. I normally cover Pokemon on this channel, but we are doing a little bit different on the streams. I promised a while ago that the live streams would be different, where we would cover not just Pokemon, but all different video games, because I do play different games all the time. So, that is where we are here. So if you're just joining us, I hope you've had a lovely day. We are playing Final Fantasy XIV Online. The massive MMO that is here. So while, yeah, there is that there, I'm gonna go to that big aetheryte crystal over there because I think having a teleport point would be very, very helpful. It'd be very helpful to have this, Actually, we're gonna go get the quest first. My bad. It'd be more helpful to get the quest first than... Gonna go ahead and abandon this because we're not gonna do this right now. Let's talk to this person. Eventually, yes. If you're not otherwise occupied, I have a favor to ask. I've resolved a debt to repay a debt of gratitude which I owe to the owner of the coffer and coffin. For this purpose, I've purchased from the royal plantations a prosely plump pumpkin, a particularly popular piece of produce. Alas, I cannot pot this place. Procure proffer the pumpkin. You see, the scheduled shipment from the Nanawa mines, for which I wait, is late. I would prevail upon you to pick the pumpkin in my stead and see it safely to the coffin. Send this receipt of purchase to Goggly at the Royal Plantations. She will yield it to you. Apologize for asking you to attend this time-consuming task, but I truly appreciate your assistance. Common soon, this particular specimen shall sadly be past its prime. Oh, so you to deliver this decadent delight. I can say with confidence that any gourmand would be grateful for such a grand gift. This is your pumpkin. Thanks. Oh, and we gotta go... It looks like we are... kind of heading that direction. I see where I'm at. Oh well, it's fine. Very quiet. Like, eerily quiet, honestly. But, you know, it's fine. We are very much heading, the way that I thought we would. Yeah, we're kind of heading that way. We're not doing the fate. Thanks. And you might as well attune to. Tune to this. And we learn teleport. Yay! Okay, how am I supposed... okay. Alright, we will, time to go shopping! That is what we're gonna do, is we're gonna just go shopping. Basically, that's what we're gonna do, is we're just gonna go shopping, because we don't really have much of anything else we can do at the moment. Because we need a level 5 piece of leg armor and head armor. So, that means that we need to go shopping. Go ahead and do this really quick. We did not attune to this. Now we have our way to do that. Yeah, let's go here. And it is time for us to go and do some shopping, because there's no other way for us to get any gear. Apothecary, Tradecraft, Dependent Cooler, Battlecraft, Armorer! Beautiful. Well, 1 to 9, we have 600 gold. We need what? Again. Let's make sure. Let's take a look at our character. We need a helmet, body armor, and leg armor. Yep, we need helmet, body, and leg. We're gonna look at that. 1 through 9. So let's do some math real quick. To make sure we can actively do a thing. We will keep an eye on. We're gonna do some math real quick. Because we have 608 gil. I don't want to spend too much on gear. I want us to be geared properly, but I also do not want us to be... Okay. We are unfortunately gonna have to buy the eye patch, because that's the only one we can really afford. That should take care of the need. Now, what we are gonna do... Aha! Oh, I did not mean to do that. How do I... Ah! How do I... I want the eye patch gone. How do I... I want the... I don't like it. I want it to be gone. Aha! I see it. I see it. I'm so dumb. Yeah! There we go! He now is fully geared. Look at that. He looks kinda okay. I'm fine with it. Okay. I have no money. I forgot! Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Not bad. Let's get out of here. Let's get out of here. Insufficient gil, because I had to go spend a heap of money just to buy the gear. That's the that combo, then you hit that. This gives us a, that gives us probably a buff to our defense. And then you hit. Okay, I understand. No, come on. There you go. Did you have to do that? Also, you can play this in first-person mode if you like. Allows you to take in the sights, at least. I think after this, we are going to take a break. We are going to take a small break, not super long, but we are going to take a break once we... Why am I playing so scared I'm a tank? The whole point of this is to be a tank. I don't know why I was playing so spooked. With giant level 17 enemy, because that's terrifying. Viking sword. Let's for thermotherapy. We're going to take this Viking sword. And equip. There we go. I haven't been reading. Okay. Until he's at the coin and coffer right now. Okay. Back to the coin and coffer, I guess. Come to join? Sorry, but you're too late. Some blast brutes looking for extra coin volunteered. The team's already en route. Look, I know it's not easy to find monsters. If you're interested, there's something else you can do for me. There are these children outside, little ones from Stone's Throw. I look after them and when I have time to spare. And so they've taken to following me around even when I tell them not to. With an overseeing search for the vein, I barely have a chance to visit the privy at the moment. Much less entertain younglings. Can you give them ginger cookies and convince them to go home for me? Okay, here, take a coin. Take the coin. Thank you for that. Thank you, Avenger. I only wish I could do more. Stone's Throw is no place for a kid. Not that my childhood was much happier. Never enough food to go around, nor work to earn it. In a surge of contempt from the great and the good. Remember things could only get better, yet now after the calamity and everything else, for us refugees to be forced to live outside the gates like bloody beastmen is a disgrace. They say with enough money you can change the laws here, so I'm going to make a fortune and do just that. I'll buy the excavation rights and start my own mining business. Then I'll give my fellow refugees the work they're crying out for, and pay them fairly. The mining companies have profited from our suffering for too long, but in their hubris they've grown complacent, presenting us with golden opportunity. We'll take it, Avenger. We will claim our dignity, and with it our place within those walls. We found her. We found the vein, Weston. You must come and see. Already amazing. Believe at once. To join me, my friend, come and bear witness to history in the making. Okay. But, with that being said, we are going to take a small and short break. Go grab a snack, grab a drink, do all that fun stuff, and I will be back post-haste. See you all in just a few minutes. Phew! Check. I hope that that everybody got a chance to grab a snack and stuff. Mine is cooking. So, let us continue onward now. I will have to step away again here, like, in the next, I don't know, maybe a few minutes. Here in a few minutes to make sure, in about 20 minutes to make sure that the food is cooking. I will say we will probably end this stream today at least 1:30 to 2 o'clock. We're not going to be on for much longer. We have about another hour yet for us to be live. And I think that's quite fair. So, let us head over this way. Alright. Alright. Here we go. Oswald, son, a vein of war in the middle of a ruined bloody city. You idiot! What did you think was gonna happen? That you'd shrink rich and get cozy with the Order? Well, the masters of the old doll looked on. No one crosses the Syndicate. The Syndicate? Finally sunk in, has it? Look at this. Not all your friends have deserted you. It seems lucky, boy. Now you won't have to die alone. Oh, mournful voice of creation, grant ye this humble stone of soul, that it may wake to life. What's that? Who's that spouting gibberish? Show yourself! Oh my. This ain't part of the plan! Bloody hex! Does Lord Lanito mean to kill us too? Well, we're in it. We're in the thicket now, aren't we? We're in for it now. You are strong, but who are you to stand against us? No point in taking unnecessary damage, by the way. Down it goes. That the golem could be vanquished. That man is no ordinary adventurer. No. Hello again. Darn, seems I've missed all the fun. I see you didn't need my help this time. No, I didn't need your help. I'm very good on my own. Oh no. Seems like I forgot to turn my phone on silent. Hang on. Apologies. Apologies, that is my fault. I did not turn my phone on silent. I would compose a ballad for your honor, but I feel no words would do. Would do you justice. The strong songstress of Ulda herself could not rival your beauty. Oh, stop it. I have oft heard it said that a blossom's beauty can move a man to love and long, but I never truly believed it until I met you two distant roses. Here they attacked another killer. Aye, and business is suffering for it. Bloody Amajar. Let's stir them up, do you reckon? Another raid. And I'll wager that caravan was carrying crystals much like the last. They truly mean to summon a primal, and we must act quickly. Give me just a second. Are you coming, love? You wouldn't keep a girl waiting, would you? Perish the thought! So tell me, where in this marvel of a city might you ladies be staying? What a charmer. This rate, grain will be more precious than gold. A result of the uncommonly bad harvest, to be sure. We have you to thank for them, do we not? Aye, this weakening of the aetheric flow must be linked to the Dalavon's descent. And of course, the Primal's a fine mess, but we must not lose hope. The Ways will know what to do. We need only to trust this judgment. Truly a marvel of Sarlian ingenuity. As if I could reach out and touch the aether. Time to focus. No more gallivanting like before. The Scions are counting on you. Have faith. Just have faith you can do this. This disturbance is recent. The Sultanry. Maybe Papa Sean knows something about it. Looks like they gave you quite a thrashing. Can you walk? It's me. I was too late. Our person of vengeance had already quit the scene. The general? Very well. I shall be there or not. My colleagues went to great lengths to provide me with the means to detect etheric disturbances, but every time I find one, to be in the middle of it. I'm starting to wonder if it might not be simpler just to follow you around. Sadly, I have business elsewhere. Tread softly, my friend. The carefully laid trap you dismantled was clearly sanctioned by Lord Lorito. I heard the blades mention him as I fled. Believe me when I tell you, he is not a man to be trifled with. The Sultana's enemies grow bolder by the day. I expect they have the support of outside forces. Thank you. If you hadn't come along, those individuals would surely have slaughtered us all. I would speak with you further, but it isn't safe for us to linger here. Find me at the coffin. Later, until then, stay safe. I shall accompany Weston and his men. They need protection, I need more information. Ah, but what are my manners? I have yet to properly introduce myself. I am Thancred, a humble scholar surveying the flow of aether in Thanwan. It is an honor and a privilege to make your acquaintance. I hope the next we meet it is under more auspicious circumstances. Farewell. Cattail, cattail, cattail. Wait a moment, it occurs to me that we may have... Never mind, fare thee well. Suspicious. Alright. As we were, let's get back to where we need to be. As far as progress is concerned, we've done fairly well for progress' sake. Oh, I'm above it, aren't I? Yeah, I'm above it. I need to drop below. So bless you, my friend. You risked your life to save ours, betrayed by my own gods. Gods, I was a fool to trust those men. Lorito owns the brass blades. I should have questioned their motives from the start. And so I could hardly projected that the wealthiest men in Uldar would want me dead for the heinous crimes of seeking to change the law. Some merchant, for God's sakes. That ruthless man, and what of that monstrosity? Those were his own men. It's beggars belief. Well, that's it. I'm finished. If I stay in Uldar any longer, I'm good as dead. My associates, my friends, gods, even the children may not be safe if I don't disappear. And you... Lorento learns of your involvement, you'll be next. I'll speak with the others and make sure they are part in this stays secret. Beyond that, I don't know what to suggest. Maybe you should seek the counsel of Mistress Mimoli. She's helped countless adventurers in her time, and maybe she'll know what to do. Go quickly now, my friend. Lorento's spies may be watching. This might actually be one of our longest streams we've done. As I plan on making this like a... By the way, if you are curious, if you are watching this a long time before this goes... When we... if you are watching this now, and you are watching the VOD, all the VODs, yes, every VOD of this live stream will be on a playlist. You'll be able to watch the entire adventure from start to finish on the live streams. Settle down, Sarave. You got nothing to worry about. No one seems to know you were at the ruins. Sen, on the other hand, is now a pariah, but as welcome around here as a rabid wolf, poor bugger. Suffice to say, that boy risked the wrath of the wrong man. Lord Lorenzo, chairman of the East Aldenard Trading Company, generous contributor to the Order of Nealdathal, and member of the Syndicate. Didn't get where he is by leaving loose ends, that one. Which is why he ain't above killing his own men. Heck, even if those blades knew what was coming, it's not like they could refuse to do the benefactor's bidding. Don't let this color your view of Vildal, Zarabe. It's true that there are some here who ain't afraid to crack a few skulls if it gets them what they want. But most of us are decent folk, just trying to make ends meet. You know, a lot of people would call you a fool for risking your life to save a marked man. But I believe you did a good thing, Zarabe. And for that you have my respect. Listen, you've been through a lot lately. Why don't you rest a spell? I'll have the boys at the hourglass set you up with a room, my treat. Just have a word with Utapatopa. What the heck is that name? A word with Utopa Potopa. Whenever you feel like saying. And rooms now available. And when you've got an appetite for adventure, I'm back. Consider taking on a give or two. The guild leaves now available. Yay! Complete. Great. Ooh, oath gauge. This symbol indicates the defensive stance iron will in effect, which increases enmity. You can view the job gauge at the description at any time. Shield bash and then rampart. Right this way. Ah! Gives you a way to... And that allows you to exit. Cool. Cool. So, we have a couple of things that we can do now. Let's go ahead and, since we're here, let's get the main quest settled. Okay, I did not... Oh, we gotta go back to the... We gotta exit to the west. Yeah, we gotta exit to Western Fenland. But instead of doing that, my friends, we are gonna head to the Gladiators Guild. We're level 10 now, which means we are able to continue questing for the Gladiator Guild. Right. I'm assuming that we do have to go... Let's go back to the Adventurers Guild. Cut! You know where we are going. We're gonna go... I didn't mean to do that. I meant to do this. I meant to do this. We're gonna head to Stone's Throw. There we go. So they were indeed the murderers we sought. But what brought Dusk-White freelancers all the way from the Black Shroud? And why they were murdering Curian men with swords? For sword! What is it? Lancers! For sword! A gang of them hiding in the tunnel south of Blackbrush Station. But it seems we're not rid of them yet, Zarave. You might as well finish what you started. Go to Central Fanline and dispatch the last of these freelancers. Bruce, accompany Zarave and see that he doesn't die. Well, I can't keep the bloke from getting skewered, but I'll patch him up best I can. Alright, defend Bruce. He's powerful healing magics, but he cannot... Okay, I didn't read that. I am counting on you to keep those men away from me. Watch me back and I'll watch yours. 100%. You have your orders, Gladius. Send those freelancers to the 7th gate. Lovely. So, I am gonna do a little bit of shopping really fast. I'm gonna do a little bit of shopping because I think I can get us a shield. Because I do want him to be the typical, like, the typical thing. And I think we have enough money for at least something. Not you. If it's not you, then who? It might be on the other side. Let's go here. It might be under the weapon. Yeah, it's under here, isn't it? Yep. We don't have enough money for that. We just don't. We don't have enough money for that. We'll just buy the maple shield for now. We'll get better. There we go. Hold on. Did we not attune to this? We did not. I need to. That way it's easier to get to. That way it's easier to get to. Off to the Central Shroud with us. To Central Fanland. Where do we gotta go? We gotta go right here. Okay. Alright. We'll take another quick break so I can go check my food real fast, and then we will eat. I'm gonna get us to a safe place so we not... just in case, like, things turned aggressive, but we'll be right here. And I'm not even gonna do the break screen, we're just gonna leave it that way. Be back in a second! I just refuse to, I'm not doing it. Alright. And I'm back. Don't worry about my extra little words that I was saying. If you heard me saying I'm not doing it, don't worry about it. But anyway, I hope you all have enjoyed the stream at least. We're probably gonna finish off the little quests that were on here, and then go and continue this gladiator quest. And then we'll probably stop after we go back and talk to Dendadin. And that's where we'll leave it for the day. I would love to continue, but right there. Proceed. Oh my gosh, that was a lot harder than it needed to be. How did that happen? Good lord. Okay. Alright. Let's try that again. Let's try that again. Oh my gosh, game. That was hard. There we go. Down he goes. Duty complete. There we go. There we go. Let's head home, Robbie. I could use a drink. Yep, we're gonna return. And there we go. We're gonna return. And now let's head back to Mila and finish it. Finish this. And are you certain that is the name you heard? He's alive, but how? Oh boy, do we... I think we take the bracers, because that has the most benefit. We're gonna take the bracers. Armory unlocked! Yay! And we have leveled up. That does mean that we can experiment with our subclasses a little bit more, but we're going to equip those gloves. Level 15 is our next quest for that. And actually, I think this might actually be a great stopping point. We've done a lot in 3.5 hours. And I know. There's a lot more to do and see in this early moments. But I personally would like to take a break and have a lunch break. We might, I have a feeling that maybe at some point this weekend, I might try to do another live stream. However, we might make this a weekly occurrence, that on Tuesdays we do Final Fantasy XIV. I don't know yet. We're going to make sure that we do this a lot. That is the plan. But for now, we are going to end the live stream here and have ourselves pointed to our next goal. Actually, no. Let's get to the next area, and then we will end our adventure. Yes, that's how we'll do this. But yeah, we're gonna head that way. And also, it'll be nice so I can actually have my lunch. So, that is what we are gonna do. It's been a great stream, personally. I have enjoyed playing this, and it's been a very good time to do so. And hey, the game is working really well. Like, I'm enjoying this immensely. So, there we go. The next stream will most likely not be at 10 a.m., by the way. Our next stream will be at noon. It'll be on Thursday. So I can't wait for that. There will be a video that releases tomorrow. We'll be back to doing some more Mystery Dungeon, and we will also have more content ready and available for us. I'm going to attune to this really fast. I do not want to set the home point. And then we're going to do this and talk to him really fast. Durave, I presume? I, Momone, said to expect you, and so have I. Welcome to Horizon. Ours is a trading settlement that sees goods from the port of Vespa Bay to the west. In trade we do. Nearly a day goes by that Horizon isn't bursting with some manner of merchants and officials. They keep us running about busy. They do, enough so that I wish I had chocobo legs in place of my own. That's why I've asked Momodi to send me any souls looking for work. Well, no, there's plenty of it to be done around here. Speak to me again when you're ready to make yourself of some use. Absolutely. And now we can collect some new, or another piece of armor. We're gonna grab these legs and continue. And hit that. And that allows us... Yep, there we go. Or are those boots? No, they aren't. It's definitely the, Yep, okay, we're good. Alright. With all that in mind, we are going to end our time here today. Right here in this city. Right in Horizon. And on the horizon are some more videos and streams heading your way in the next 2 days. In the next few days. So, on Wednesday, we will have another video of Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Rescue Team DX. If that is your speed, come on in and tune in. We'll have some fun and we'll continue our post-game adventures. And then on Thursday, another live stream, not alike to this. We will not be continuing 14 on Thursday. We will be doing something completely different. But, alas, I will end our streams here and now. And I will see you all next time. Bye-bye, everyone.